in Gustavo Ribiero. He's the founder and editor-in-chief of the Brazilian Report. Gustavo, thank you for joining us on the program today. Talk us through these legal troubles of Bolsonaro's that I've just mentioned, from the more mundane to the most serious.
Thanks for having me. Well, Jair Bolsonaro's post-presidency has been riddled with legal setbacks. Like you said, he was recently convicted of electoral crimes. He was convicted of trying to disrupt the 2022 election, and he was rendered ineligible for public office for at least 8 years. He's also being investigated by the Supreme Court for allegedly having incited the January 8th riots when hordes of far-right supporters of his stormed government buildings in Brasilia. And for an American audience, it was just like if January 6th in the US, the far-right radicals had not only invaded Congress, but also the Oval Office and the Supreme Court building, which they invaded the three branches of government here in Brazil. And he is also being accused of being part of a criminal organization that diverted official gifts given by foreign governments and illegally selling them in the U.S. And these, in particular, this last one, is very hard for him to portray as a sort of political witch hunt because it's a petty crime.
Mm. So how do you kind of make sense of some of these things? You know, why was he able to get away with this, I guess, for so long? And how serious are some of these crimes?
Well, he faces very serious accusations. I wouldn't say he has gotten away with it because he has been convicted by electoral courts. He cannot try to regain his office in 3.5 years. And I mean, he is being the subject of several federal investigations, which have been progressing in a very timely manner, in a very fast way. Just this Thursday, he and 7 of his associates were deposed by the federal police. Bolsonaro chose to remain silent and exercise his legal right not to incriminate himself. But his supporters say that he's being investigated in, he's facing a much faster pace of justice than regular Brazilian suspects do, but also his detractors say that his rap sheet is so extensive that he's just he had it coming.
So he may face arrest, he may face jail time. How likely is that, do you think?
It's still too early to say because I mean, while there is an objective criminal investigation going on, we cannot forget that he is a very high-profile character in Brazilian politics, and I would not be surprised if that is being taken into consideration if federal marshals are going to be extra conservative, not to make a spectacle of it and actually give him the argument to say that he is being the subject of a political witch hunt, in the same way that current President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva was, and tried to portray himself as a victim when he faced investigation a few years ago.
All right, we'll leave it there. Really appreciate your time. Gustavo Ribiero, editor-in-chief of the Brazilian Report.
Thank you.